Heavenly Father, we thank you that we are here today, Lord. We thank you that we know that you, the God of all creation, are not only watching this event, Lord, but that, Lord, you are working in our midst. Father, I pray for Class 24-01. I thank you for their faithfulness. I thank you for their accomplishment. I thank you for all the hard work. And now, Lord, I would ask that as they graduate from this class, that, Father, as they continue or begin their ministry, their work within the facilities that they represent, that you would guard them, you would protect them, you would keep them and their families. I ask all of this in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good afternoon. I'd like to take credit for the air conditioning that we had installed here 3 years ago, and I'm going to blame the warden behind me for the reason it's not working. So good afternoon, graduates, attendees, County Executive Pittman, other distinguished guests, and most importantly, family, both here in person and those attending virtually. I'm Superintendent Klein, and I thank you for joining us today for our graduation ceremony. I want to give a special thanks to our honor guard and all department staff that are here today supporting the success of this class. Let's give them a round of applause. I also want to thank both Montgomery County and AACo counties for entrusting our team to train their correctional professionals. Please know that you are always welcome to use us as a resource. This event's about the graduates, so I'll keep my remarks brief, as I already know this class is familiar with my ability to add to class time, sharing stories, as well as changing graduation practices. This Academy class would not have been possible without the efforts of our training unit, specifically Ms. Mundell and Ms. Ellison, and Ms. Sen, who couldn't be with us here today, but this was actually her first Academy class, so I want to thank them, as well as the numerous adjunct instructors and subject matter experts that supported this class along their 8+ week journey. To this group of individuals, I say thank you for your continued dedication and service to enhance the job performance capabilities of the department through the delivery of effective and efficient training. I've only met one person in my career that actually told me growing up they always wanted to be a correctional officer and work in corrections. Oddly enough, that person is doing neither of those things. On the other side, though, there are very few people that I've worked with in my career that wouldn't say they love what they do working in corrections. I like to tell people that this profession has a way of finding you and drawing you in. It was over 27 years ago that I was sitting in that very same spot, maybe with a little more hair on the top of my head, having gone through the very similar training that you went through: first aid, CPR, IPC, STG, legal issues, capstun, DTAC, and so on. And beginning today, we will share a common bond, a bond that you have earned, a bond that has allowed us and you to train and test for this unique profession. Your graduation is the starting point of the many opportunities and possibilities that exist in our department. Please take full advantage of everything we have to offer. When I joined corrections, I could have never dreamed of all the challenges and opportunities that were ahead of me. Corrections is a noble profession that many don't understand. This job will challenge you on both your best and worst days. However, holding true to our core values of respect, diversity, accountability, integrity, Commitment, collaboration, courage, innovation, inclusion, and transparency will keep you on the right path. When I think of this class, the word resilience comes to mind. Although I have not had the pleasure to get to know all of you on a personal level, which I do hope to do throughout your careers, the ones of you that I have had, your stories have impacted me. I won't share your personal information, but just know that I've been watching you persevere and cheering for you the whole time as you achieved your goals. This is one of the things I actually love about the job. For those of us that have been in this field and profession for many years, some of us a great many years, we look upon you, the graduates, as the lifeblood of the department. New employees bring with them a range of backgrounds, cultures, experiences, and talents that ensure our department will continue to develop and improve its ability to meet our mission. Some of you have chosen this as a first career, some as a second career, some as a continuation of your career in corrections, and some as a career that follows the career of a relative or a friend. Either way, each one of you bring with you the enthusiasm that comes with embarking on this journey. In choosing this career, you have entered one of the most hopeful occupations I know of. Our profession is based on the understanding that by the example we set, by the way we treat other people, and in our actions we take every day as we carry out our duties, each one of us can have a positive influence over those around us. We may not be known to the rest of the world, but how we interact and react to every situation ultimately affects everything and everyone around us. Detainees, inmates, colleagues, the public, and our families and loved ones all can profit from our example and prosper in our presence. Having watched and interacted and received feedback on this class over the last 40-plus days, I know that each and every one of you have the capability to meet this expectation and be that influence. As you embark on your careers as detention officers, correctional program specialists, and librarian, remember that your training and your responsibility to always treat detainees and inmates with fairness, respect, and dignity in the performance of your duty. In closing, I want to congratulate every one of you on your accomplishments. I want to personally thank your families for their understanding and their ongoing support as you start your careers. This profession is very rewarding, and we are equally thankful for your willingness to serve along with us as part of our family. Thank you and congratulations.
I'd like to call to the podium at this time Mr. Stuart Pittman, Arundel County Executive.
Well, this is a good day for Anne Arundel County. It's good that there are so many of you. A big class. We need you. We want you. And we welcome you to the government of Anne Arundel County. I don't know if you think of yourselves as government people now, but you are. And so you represent public body. I don't know if you understand, I won't speak for the county executive of Montgomery County or Waucomico County, but as Anne Arundel County, I'm sure they're great there. And you're always welcome to come and work for us here if you don't like where you work. But this county's detention centers and department are extraordinary. So I think there are a couple of ways of looking at detention. One is that it's the place where people are taken to get them out of the community because it's not safe for them to be in the community. So it's to protect the public on the outside by having this place where people are detained. But the other way of looking at it is that everybody who comes in, not everybody, most people who come in, will be coming back out again into the community. And they are part of the community and they are from the community. And so that your jobs is taking people maybe on their worst day and making sure that whatever they experience on the inside prepares them to go back on the outside. And as this administration has started to do more and more work in the field of reentry, in fact, this building has got a reentry hub. There's going to be construction going on some of that. It's a center for that, and the state is watching it, how we do that, and watching the numbers for whether people come back after they come out. But because this department is so fully engaged in that, it is really a part of all of county government. So Superintendent Klein is always at the table with our health and human service agencies and our police department as well, talking about the continuum of the process of coming in, going through training, going through programs, whether it's mental health, addiction, whatever it is. And so that when they come out, they then have a path to get back engaged in the community and be good residents again. And so I hope that you think of yourselves as the stewards of that process. And I'm sure that many of you know folks who've been on the inside and understand that they're human beings and that they should be treated with respect. I mean, I'll just note that I'm the county executive. I'm the 10th county executive of Arundel County. They didn't used to have county executives before that. And the first time I came into this facility and walked around, I noted that of the 10, 2 have ended up here. Actually, 1 ended up here. This building wasn't built when the first one went to prison. But they went to jail for stuff that they did in office. So I have a 20% chance of ending up here, right? I think that's how the math would work. So we all could be here, and this is a place that we want to make sure that people come out better than they came in. And that is happening here, and I hope that in your careers you'll get to experience some of the magic of that. And I know that every one of you has been trained as well as anybody can be trained to treat people with dignity and respect and make sure that you are safe and that they are safe and the community on the outside is safe. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. Pittman. Now I'd like to call to the podium Dr. Jennifer Beskett, Executive Director, Maryland Police and Correctional Training Commission.
Thank you. I'll keep my remarks short. The first thing I'd like to do is ask everybody in the green chairs to please smile. This is it. You're done. Not really. I'm Jennifer Beskett, the Executive Director of the Correctional Training Commission, and I think one of the things that everybody in this room really needs to understand is that this career is so important that it exists in state law. There are selection standards that have to be met. There is criteria for graduation that must be met. Again, that has all been set in state law, and it's my privilege to be able to stand up here in front of you and tell you I look at those standards every day. I work with the superintendent. I work with other representatives to make sure that we stay current in the training that you are receiving. And I want to just tell you just a very short story about myself. When I started my career, I worked in juvenile services, and then I came here. I worked here for about 18 months as a contractor through the health department working on reentry. That was the late 1990s. Reentry has evolved. Respect and an understanding of what corrections is, what you're preparing people to do, which is to return to the community, is something that's important, and watching it evolve and watching that preparation as opposed to what's portrayed on TV as horrible, horrible circumstances is not what your experiences will be. It is to prepare people to return, to be productive citizens, to be safe in the communities, and to keep your loved ones and those around you safe as well. After I left here, I ended up working in a community program and worked for the Department of Public Safety and Correctional Services. And when I was in high school, I was a horrible student. I wasn't a dumb student, I was just a horrible student. What's the most that you need to get out of school and still have that piece of paper? I had the same attitude in college. I really did not know what I wanted to do. And I think when you ask people, you know, did you want to be a correctional officer? I think anybody who says, I'm not sure what I want to do, can somehow find their way to this field, and they can contribute in this field. Because of what I learned when I came into this field, I went back and I pursued my master's. And from my master's, I pursued my doctorate, and I graduated with honors. So I went from a 2.5 0001 to graduating with honors and standing in front of you. And all of my research has been focused on the field of corrections and what happens in corrections, and especially the motivation of recruits to complete the academy. That was what I studied, and the experiences that you had is what I studied. And I share that with you because, as I said, this is not the end of learning. For some of you, it will be the beginning. And I encourage you to embrace this field. There are a lot of things that can be done in it. There's a lot of research that still needs to be done. And there are a lot of contributions that you, sitting here today as graduates, family members, loved ones thinking about a career change could make, and our youngest in the audience who's chosen now to speak up. 18 years from now, we'd love to have you. So congratulations all, enjoy this day. It is a true honor to be in front of you, and I wish you all the best in your careers.
Thank you. And now, call to the podium, Chris Collar, Director, Wycomico County Department of Corrections.
Good afternoon. It's a little warm in here, so I'm going to keep mine very short and sweet, to the point. You are now embarking on your career. It's all going to be in what you make it. It's all up to you. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, and I pray that the good days outweigh those bad days. Congratulations and welcome to the team.
Thank you, Ms. Tyler. Okay, now let's call to the podium Bernard Wade, Deputy Warden, Montgomery County Department of Corrections.
First, I want to start off by saying congratulations to Class 2401 and the great accomplishments that each one of you have achieved. It takes a special person to choose to work in the field of corrections. Secondly, I would like to thank the Arundel Department of Corrections for providing me the opportunity to come and speak with you. I promise my speech will be nice and short, and hopefully encourage the members of Class 2401 to give some thoughts about the profession they have chosen in corrections. I want to share 3 tools you should have as a correction officer on your mental tool belt. These tools are respect, resistance, and being resourceful. The first tool, respect, is caring how words and actions may impact others. Use kind or polite words even when you're upset, saying please and thank you to all throughout your workday. As a correction officer, communicating in a respectful tone/manner will allow you to de-escalate violent situations, encourage others to calm down, and persuade incarcerated individuals to do what you ask of them. When you are interacting with colleagues or supervisors, being able to accept their differences or at least disagree with kind words, not being confrontational or rude. Disagreeing with an incarcerated individual in a firm and kind manner. Respecting yourself. Take care of yourself. Getting the appropriate amount of rest to be effective in performing your duties. Physical exercise and mental exercise. Being a correctional profession is a stressful job. It's important to have a physical exercise routine to help eliminate the daily stress of the job. Mental exercise to help you grow mentally in the job and not become complacent. Getting to know yourself. Why did you choose the correction profession? What do you want to get out of this profession? What motivates and inspires you? Resistance. Being resistant to negative behavior. Using profanity when speaking with colleagues or the incarcerated population. Gossiping about colleagues in a rumor mill. Resist these behaviors. Invest in yourself. Using the county resistant being part of a negative environment. This includes inappropriate use of force. Don't be a part of this kind of behavior. If you see something inappropriate, report it. Completing daily tasks when no one is watching. Conduct your daily tasks and make sure that you're going through this when no one is watching. Resist being influenced by the incarcerated individual population, including not giving out contraband, not showing favoritism, and developing inappropriate relationships. Being resourceful, seeking out opportunities to continue to grow in this profession as a correctional profession. talking with supervisors concerned in various trainings you can attend outside of your mandatory training. Invest in yourself using the county tuition assistant program. Plan to take additional college courses to enhance your career. Becoming a member of a professional organization. We spend a lot of time online. Use some of that time to research current correctional issues that's going on so you will be informed about the daily profession that you've chosen. In closing, choosing the career of a correctional profession is challenging and comes with little fanfare from the public. Armor yourself with the tools I provided today. Respect, resistance, and being resourceful will allow you to enhance and progress in your career as a correctional professional. Remember, what you put into your career is what you will receive from your career. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time for the Academic Achievement and Special Recognition Awards. Therapist 2, Rachel Afey, valedictorian. Our valedictorian is also a Distinguished Honor Graduate, which means her average was 95% or higher, perfect attendance, and no demerits. Alexandra Hill, Program Specialist 1, librarian, and Ms. Hill is the salutatorian. Officer Kevin Guzman. Officer Michael Andy. Registered Nurse Vera Ashiagwu. Officer Angelica Baumgarten. Officer Tyann Baxter. Officer William Blair. Officer Brian Campbell. Officer Taylor Kerrigan. Officer Danielle DeShields. Officer Michael Ford Jr. Correctional Specialist Eric Gaines.
Left face. Be seated.
Officer Jordan Garnett. Officer Michael Garvey. Officer Lamont Jacobs Jr. Officer Dante McIntosh. Officer Eric Mookum. Officer Christelle Reyes. Officer Richard Sears. Officer Philip Van Coogan. Correctional Program Specialist 2, Dana White. Officer Quante White. Officer Robert Winters, Jr. Officer Andreas Zuna. Okay. You got it, you got it. Okay, so I went over this a little earlier, but let me highlight some individuals right now. Our valedictorian for class 2401 is therapist 2, Rachel Athy. Please stand. Salutatorian, program specialist 1, Alexandra Hill. And Ms. Athy sat down so quick, she's also distinguished honor graduate. For Academic Achievement Award, and these individuals have a 93% or higher test average, no demerits. Officers, Angelica Baumgarten, Michael, look at Garnett, baby. Michael Ford Jr., Jordan Garnett, Michael Garvey, Eric Gaines. Okay, now the top squad. This was awarded to the squad with the highest overall test average. This squad also won every single Jeopardy trivia-style test review game. Officer Michael Anding, Taylor Kerrigan, Jordan Garnett, Michael Garvey, Christelle Reyes, Quante White, and Rachel Athy. Our class leader, the class leader. Please stand, Officer Kevin Guzman. Oh, you can remain standing. Kevin Guzman was voted for by his peers, and some of the reasons given by classmates: he comes in every day engaged and ready to learn. It's true. Great leader, always takes initiative. He's a team player, very positive and has a great outlook, and very understanding of others' strengths and weaknesses. Congratulations, sir. Good job, everyone. I'd like to call to the podium at this time, class speaker, valedictorian, Rachel Avey.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, friends, family, and fellow graduates. The past 9 weeks have been filled with a variety of new experiences, including studying for more tests than we had hoped for, a week of defensive tactics and bruises, the infamous OC Day, and creating new bonds with people from various shifts, positions, and counties. Throughout these 9 weeks, we have not only learned about ourselves, but also each other. We learned that Officer Garnett is always ready to lighten the mood, Officer White can create a drawing to go along with any topic, Officer Sears will be the first to volunteer, Officer Reyes will always have a joke or comment for any situation, and Officer Bumgarden is ready to challenge anyone on the basketball court. While we may have started this academy as classmates and coworkers, these last 9 weeks have allowed us to build friendships, support systems, and stronger working relationships. Additionally, we have learned how to use each other's different strengths to balance out what we may struggle with. This includes Ms. White's and Mr. Gaines's years of experience in the criminal justice field, Officer Garvey's notes from class, Officer Anding and Officer Baxter's positive attitudes, Officer Kerrigan's calm demeanor, and our variety of backgrounds and experiences. As we all return to our different facilities and roles, we will, at some point, be faced with challenges, days that feel overwhelming, and situations that we may feel unprepared for. We now have 25 other people to help us get through these difficult times and encourage us to move towards the positive days. In the positive days, we will have wins, no matter how small they may seem, days we feel like we are making a difference, and thanks to the Academy, we have even more people to help us celebrate those wins. Corrections is a job that requires teamwork, and I'm honored to consider all of you my team. In addition to the support Class 2401 has shown each other, there are a few other important people who have assisted our class in reaching this exciting moment. These people are our supervisors, who I'm sure are anxiously waiting for us to return, but also who are there each shift with us for guidance and support. Training Director Ms. Mundell, who answered many questions and assisted in our tests. Ms. Ellison, who taught a variety of classes and went out of her way to send us morning affirmations every day. Various other instructors who shared their expertise with us, including Sergeant Blackburn, Corporal Greenwood, Sergeant Bland, and Sergeant Bella, to name a few. And our program director, Ms. Sen, who managed all of our questions, provided endless support, and reminded us that we would succeed. Outside of the direct training of the Academy, we would like to thank all of our family and friends who supported us through schedule changes, studying, difficult days, and being both an ear to listen and a shoulder for support. Without all of you, we would not be here today. Finally, here's to us, Correctional Entrance Level Training Program, Class 2401. Here's to the correctional officers, nurses, librarians, case managers, pretrial assessors, and therapists we have been and we will become in our careers. Class 2401, we did it.
Good job, Ms. Jones. Now for the dedication of the class plaque.
Superintendent Klein, will you please join me up here, please? On behalf of Training Class 2401, we would like to dedicate this class plaque to you, sir.
I just want to say one thing. I have to say one thing. Excuse me. I am so glad that Superintendent Clown has that plaque. Every 60 seconds, the class leader, Kazan Guzman, and Officer Mukum were in my office checking on the plaque to make sure it was still there. Nobody had stolen it. It wasn't damaged. Thank you.
All right, then the next section is going to be the administration of the oath. I'll take it that the plaque wasn't a bribe, so we're good there. But before I do the oath, just a couple things. I actually realized a while back as I moved up in positions, I was a chief of prisons for a while, and then my 3.5 years here with the county, that I probably take the oath more than anybody that I know, because every time I give the oath, I actually take the oath. And I want to share that with you because it means a lot to me. And to see you up in front of me swearing that you're going to uphold what the oath means and stands for means a lot. And I just want you to think of it in that context. This is, serious, that you're swearing that you're going to uphold what we talk about in the oath. But know that I'm doing it with you. And I'll be here, hopefully for your careers. Maybe I'll be gone before some of your careers. But I just want you to know that it's really important to me, and I'm going to do it along with you. So with that, class leader, please bring the class to attention.
Class 2401, and
So as a correctional employee, I regard myself as a member of an important and honorable profession. I will keep myself in the best possible physical condition at all times. I will perform my duty with efficiency at all times. I will be exemplary in my conduct, edifying in my conversation, honest in my dealings, and obedient to the laws of the city, state, and county. I will regard my oath as I regard my sacred honor. I will not, in the performance of my duty, work for personal advantage or profit. I will, at all times, recognize that I am a public servant. I will give the most efficient and impartial service of which I am capable of at all times. I will be courteous in my contacts at all times. I will regard my fellow officers with the same standards as I hold myself. I will guard my fellow officers' honor and life as I guard my own. I will be loyal to my fellow officers, my supervisors, and my institution. I will accept responsibility for my actions. I will do only those things that will reflect honor on my fellow officers, my institution, and myself. Class, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. On my honor, I.
On my honor, I.
Officer Kevin Guzman.
Officer Michael Anderson.
Swear to uphold the mission, vision and duties of my department. I will provide for the welfare and safety of the public, fellow workers, and inmate population. I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always uphold the rules of the institution that I serve in a fair, firm, and consistent manner. Congratulations.
Thank you, Superintendent Klein. Now I'd like to call to the podium Dr. Darianson Carter, Director, Homeland Security and Criminal Justice Institute at Arundel Community College.
All right, good afternoon. So I'll be very brief as well. I understand I'm probably towards the end of the program today. We've had a forest outside, and now it's a tropical rainforest outside, so we'll get out in a few moments. So I want to first say congratulations. It's great to see you all again. And so for those that are in the audience, I actually attended training, the first week of training with these now officers, and I spoke with them about the careers that they have chosen to go into and about the opportunities that we have. And so as I get started, I want to first say, look around at your other officers here. Take a look at this class, 2401. Look at each other. I actually want you to try and look at each other. You have a lot of memories together. Some that hopefully you're laughing about now, some that you may grow to learn to laugh about a little later. All right, you've spent hours and weeks together, hundreds of objectives that you've mastered. And so this is a part of your community. This platform here, we are part of your community. So I want to thank the staff there for the opportunity to, again, visit and attend and speak with you all. I want you to take a look at those around in the audience, those that have come here today to support you. And so these past few weeks and months have been challenging, but now the difficult work begins. And so learning is the easy part, right? If we approach each day, if we can learn something new, I promise that you will. So keep that with you. All right, so you just took an oath of office. I'm sorry, an oath. I've taken an oath of office before, and so it's our exec here. And so you've taken that oath, and what that oath does is it reaffirms your values, right? So think about your personal morals, think about your ethical and professional ethics of this field, and think about the values that may overlap. So things like integrity, dignity, respect, all those things that we've learned and we've taught you all and we've spoken about. Take those with you, and I want you to think about that not just when things are great, but when your patience will be challenged, when you're frustrated, right? Because we're serving our part to reduce recidivism and to help those become rehabilitated in our community. And so on the tough days, I want you to take this word with you, equanimity. And so approach things with clear minds and clear hearts. You can acknowledge that, but you want to make sure that your decisions, your actions, your thoughts are aligned with your values and your ethics. All right, so I want to ask everyone here, what if I told you all that for this training program, you've already earned 23 college credits? So for those that are in the audience, if I said there's a way for you to get 23 college credits at no cost, what would you do? You take advantage of that, right? And so for these officers here, you have completed this training program, and we have an agreement with you all. And so you've earned 23 college credits. I'm going to say that again. You've earned 23 college credits. All that you have to do, we've expedited this process, is fill out that form that you should have and get that to the college. And once you get that there, you'll have 23 college credits. Should you choose to continue, a college degree is 60 credits, so you're already almost halfway there. So again, congratulations.
I'd like to call to the podium at this time Correctional Facility Administrator John Kelson for the special recognition promotions.
Good afternoon, everyone. I apologize for the AC being out. Hopefully it'll get fixed real soon, and that'll give you all a reason to come back and visit us. So at this time, I would like to recognize the individuals that have been promoted from the last Academy class to this Academy class. Lieutenant Matthew Howard, Sergeant Frederick Fonce III, Sergeant James Murphy, Corporal Joel Street, Corporal Yannick James, Corporal Thomas Carter, Corporal Jorge Pizarro, Corporal Kayana Williams, Booking Supervisor Andrea Mills, Senior Booking Officer Taretha Scroggins, Senior Booking Officer LaTrusa McCullough, Senior Booking Officer Derek Homo, Senior Booking Officer Michael Herden, Maintenance Supervisor Robert Hubbard, Correctional Program Specialist 2 Emily Morris, and Management Associate 2 Ms. Deborah Schaefer. Thank you, and to Class 24-1, congratulations.
Just real quickly add, the one lieutenant here is with our honor guard, so let's have him stand up and just give him special recognition there. And I think, is one of the corporals here too? Yeah, Corporal Street, go ahead and stand up.
Okay, thank you. For final remarks, I call to the podium Training Director Sheriff Mundell.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, friends and family, for coming out to support your loved ones. For Class 2401, on my honor, I will. Word you spoke, pledging a duty to fulfill. On my honor, I will. Word you spoke, to serve as a reminder of your destiny to fulfill. On my honor, I will, are words not just to be spoken, but to embrace, because it will be your integrity, character, and fortitude that will be called upon and remembered long after you leave this place. For 42 days, you learned the why and how about your chosen field. In 42 days, your own personalities, loyalties, and true colors were revealed. So the time has come for you to return and maintain the vision that's clear, because in every corrections professional, heroes work here. Congratulations, you guys made it, and I look forward to hearing good things about you all.
Okay, Guzman. All right, everyone, will you please stand for the retiring of the colors? Class 2401, congratulations on your accomplishment. Congratulations on all of your future career endeavors. Before we partake in refreshments, I'd like to acknowledge the staff or department who are here today. So by show of hands, thanks for your support, everybody. And have a good evening. Thank you for coming.